Good morning, my beautiful stars. It's the 28th of April. This is going to prelude the reading I did about King Charles. Please do, if you wish, watch that video right to the end. Something very, very strange happened in the energy. You are more than welcome. There are timestamps in it, so you are more than welcome to skip through this part if you wish. But I just need to address something before this reading. But if you don't want to listen to my ramblings, please do feel free to skip ahead. As you might have seen over the weekend, I booted 2 trolls off the channel. If you see their information popping up on the screen, I've decided to make them infamous and give them their 2 seconds of glory. But the one that started it all off, and they've both been reported. They've both been reported for violation of the community terms and the channel's terms and conditions. I'm addressing this now, and if you ever, and you know who you are, I think I'm going to pop your name specifically on screen. If you ever attack a friend of mine, or a fellow YouTuber, or a fellow tarot reader, ever again, with your vile comments for a person that is going through an amazing, unbelievable loss in their lives, trust me, karma is coming for you. And don't try and attack me, and don't tell me to heed the warning. As I've said in other videos before, I'm protected. It will come back to you tenfold. Trust me. We are in a loving community here. We are an amazing community here. And we are here to just have some fun and entertainment and just get away from all the rubbish and the crap in the world. If you don't like the channel, if you don't agree with what I say, it's my channel. Take a hike. And I did you the favor. I booted you. Because I think you do have maybe 1 or 2 multiple accounts that you like trolling readers, especially the ones that don't agree with the sugar narrative. And yes, I am angry. The Taurus in my head has come out. The bull in the china shop has come out today. Don't you ever dare. Ever. Then, the second troll. You are definitely going to make famous. And he agrees. Give me a second. Sorry, he does not like it when I get upset. But in any case, the second troll. He probably calmed me down. The second troll. If you don't like my channel, if you don't like the way I read, take a hike. Find another channel that goes with your narrative. You are not the tarot police. Okay? If I read a 7 of Cups in a certain way, I'm not a fraud. That's the way the cards in my guides told me to do things. And then, yes, I had a lovely lady that sent me a lovely email or comment about the 7 of Cups and how she reads it and everything. And this is not an attack on you, my darling. This is not an attack on you. Yes, I responded to you. And I said to you, thank you very much. And I told her, no offense taken. No whatever. Thank you. I like to hear your insights. But when you go out in all caps and all bold, and you tell me I'm a fraud and I'm a this and I'm a that and blah, blah, blah and everything else, take a hike. Find somebody else that resonates with you. You're not welcome here. You're not welcome here. You're not going to soil this channel or this community with your vile, divisive, algorithm-driven, nasty comments. There's no space for this on this channel. Go and find a troll channel where you can go and do it. There's plenty of people out there that will like the ilk of your vile behavior. Not here. Ever. And note, you've also been reported and your comment has been removed. And if you dare try and come through on this channel again, do so. Because you'll know what will happen next again. Remember, as you said in your little comment, heed the warning. Heed the warning. And I'm going to say it in Afrikaans. Pas op, skat. Pas op, skat. And that means be aware, darling. Be aware. I've spent time with Sangomas in South Africa, and you don't want to cross me. This is a channel for love and light and amazing time. And that is my rant for the day. So please enjoy, now that I got that off my chest, the reading about King Charles and his visit to the USA. And then I will also be loading Prince William and his past lives. Thank you for listening to my rant, my friends. I apologize if this upset you or if you didn't like this, but I'm here to protect you as a community from the attacks from vile creatures. Trolls that sits in their basement because mommy and daddy didn't love them enough in life. Mommy and daddy didn't give them their little reward, their gold star when they did something good. Grow up. Bye-bye, my friends. Love you lots. And that is a sign of me that you won't see very often. But I had a whole long weekend to stew on this. And I got it off my chest. Now the evening of the 27th of April. And I thought, let me just get this reading out before the king lands in the USA on the 28th. So by the time you see this, he might already have landed with all the time zone differences and everything else. But I just wanted to see what the energy is going to be around this this trip. I've done some private pools and everything else around it. And it seems that it will be successful, but there will also be some challenges and stuff with regards to this trip. I've, for a moment, also just pulled my cards to try and figure out if... Oh, a balancing act. It's going to be a little bit chaotic. Okay. To see if it was still going to go ahead after the pew at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And my cards told me that yes, the trip will still go ahead. I know I did a reading earlier in the month that said that in that energy, it seems that there might not have been a trip, and it might have come due to health concerns and everything else. But obviously, things have shifted and the trip is definitely going to go ahead. So let's have a look. And what that reading could also have told me was that it was hanging in the balance in light of the events that happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. So I think that was what the cards were trying to tell us, that there was something that would potentially interfere with it. And there might have been a cancellation. So it could be that the palace and the security regarding that was really considering pulling the king from the trip. So that is also what it could have meant. The other thing is, while I just get these cards ready, is I have the Sun. I'm going to have a look and see what the predictions for April was, because there's something in the April predictions that I mentioned that is sitting in the back of my head, but I can't remember exactly what it was, especially with regards to the last 2 weeks of April. I'll have a look at it, and if there's anything, I will do a little short on it and whatever else. So let's have a look and see what goes on here. Hierophant upright. Sorry if the lighting is a little bit different, but it's because it's evening and I've just got to make use of a little bit more artificial light in the evening. Eight of Pentacles upright, working. Seven of Pentacles, look at all the money on the table. Money, work. Oh, the star in reverse. Let me just move this out of the way. The sun. Oh, and I just moved them away. And I've got to use them. Okay, well, let's start with the Hierophant upright. This to me is telling me that it is all about tradition, it's all about hard work, and this is almost, I know the Hierophant is not the king, but what I'm basically seeing in this card, in these cards is that this is, for all intents and purposes, the king that is wearing different crowns, and he is going to be going to the USA, and he is going to be addressing Congress. He's going to be addressing Congress, and this is the two, and it's almost telling me that these are the two parties that is watching the congressional address that he's doing, and that is the first congressional address I think since 1971 or 1977, but I think it was 1971 when the late Queen addressed Congress. So this is almost telling me that the cards are listening. This is a purely work trip. It's a work trip. The king is doing what he does best, because he is trying to work on, with the Seven of Pentacles, he's trying to work on something because damage has been done. Something has fallen off the harvest and he's trying to fix it. But this star in reverse is telling me that this is the fractured relationship between the USA and the UK, because currently there just feels that there is no chance of hope and healing because of the friction that there is between Keir Starmer and Donald Trump. That is what this star in reverse. At the moment, it feels like there is no chance of hope and healing. There's no balance. But this trip here with the sun upright is showing me that they are working, that the king is hoping to restore balance, starting afresh, starting something new, a new opportunity, a new growth. But there's also a red flag in this for me. This red in here is almost telling me, be careful. Be careful. There is something more to it. So the king needs to be on guard. He needs to be on his best foot. He needs to be very diplomatic, is what's coming to me. But he will be diplomatic, but these are red flags something. Let's continue reading. Okay, the Nine of Swords in reverse. And then we have got the Ten of Wands upright. And then we have got the Seven of Wands. Okay, under this hard work here, the king and the entourage that's with him, under the Eight of Pentacles, is working very hard to release the stress, the discord between the UK and the USA. He's trying to relieve that stress. Then the 10 of Wands. But it's going to be hard. The 10 of Wands under the 7 of Pentacles here means it's going to be hard work. It's going to be hard work. It's going to be a hard slog. And then under the star in reverse with the 7 of Wands upright is telling me that the king will have to look how the legs. Let me just grab this. Look at this. Look at how it is standing with one leg, almost telling me in the USA, and one leg in the UK. And how the king has got to defend the UK. It's telling me that the king is defending the UK. Because currently there is a big rift. He's defending and he's got to stand his ground. He's got to put the UK first. Because also what it's telling me is because the king is a little bit disillusioned by the attacks on the UK. The attacks on the UK. Look at the one going towards there. But it's also telling me that the king is defending. So this card can be read in two ways. So you see there's duality in it. And look underneath the balance here, the star card here. It's telling me that there is, because he wants the UK to shine. He wants the UK to be back on the world stage. 9 of Pentacles upright. The Hanged Man in reverse. Let's pull one more card. 4 of Pentacles. Again, this is telling me with the hard work and the 7 of Swords, the king knows that his visit can bring prosperity to the UK and to the USA. He is there to be prosperity. And that is why I think the Queen is with him. Because she's going to use her soft power to get in the ear of Melania. Look at the bird there. Get in the ear of Melania. Showing what working together and releasing of all this can bring. Because look at this Hanged Man here in reverse. The Hanged Man in reverse is telling me that he is trying to cut himself loose and the UK loose from being in this hung stalemate situation. That's what's coming to me. And he's using his knowledge and his wisdom. But look at the Hanged Man, how the arms are sort of like, I know they're behind the back, but it almost looks like somebody putting their hands on their hips and saying, I've had enough. I've had enough. And it's almost like it's telling me that the king is saying, it's time to stop. It's time to stop. And because he's got the respect of Trump, he can do it. He can do it. But this 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Look at the two countries here. It's almost telling me that it's time to not just hold on to what is good for you. It's got to be to the good for better. So stop holding on to what is just good for the one. Release that selfishness is what's coming to me. Release the selfishness because there's more than enough to go around for both. And there's the king trapped in the middle. There's the king trapped in the middle, and he's saying, you know, let's go of the stress. Let's go of the fighting. But this opening cards are also telling me that the first part of the trip looks to me is going to go well. Let's continue reading before I make a final choice. It's underlying. New beginnings. New beginnings. Just step off the cliff and just go forward. let's move past. And the ducks agree with me. Let's not look at the past, because the past is influencing. Let's walk away from the things that's happened in the past. Let's forget about all the empty cups, the empty promises. Here's a new offer on the table. Trump, look up at the offer. Look up at the offer. We're not your enemy. And there is the Queen of Wands in reverse. Please don't jump and say that this is Megan. I'm not reading her in this context. I've left her far away from this reading. But this is the snarkiness. It's the snarky behavior, the witchy behavior between the two countries. Let's forget about the past, because in reverse, this Queen of Wands cannot look towards the future. It's looking to the past the whole time. Because there's the Queen of Pentacles upright. Let's hold on to what we have got. Let's hold on tight to our... And there's the Strength in reverse. Because at the moment, the UK is looking weak. The UK is looking weak. And it looks like there's this continuous fight. There is no taming of the beast. But it's also telling me it is the USA trying to tame the beast. But now, that's right, with this king upright here, the King of Cups, which is the king's archetype as a father. He might be going there as a father figure, okay? And he is saying that, you know what? You cannot control the UK. You cannot bully the UK, because this Queen of Wands in reverse is a bully. It's a bully. She is nasty. She is witchy. She is manipulative. She is really... You cannot use your... I almost want to say your blackmail with this cat. I don't know why it came to me, but like, you cannot bully us. You cannot blackmail us into doing what you want for your own good. Stop attacking and stop trying to tame the UK, because we are... And here's the opportunity, and here's victory. King of Cups upright. So I think in general, the king is going to come up and he's making a new offer, planting new seeds for growth, and it will have a victory. The king will come out victorious in this whole thing. And why I say the king is because this King of Cups. Have you guys noticed? Nowhere in this nowhere in this reading did Trump show up. Trump didn't show up here at all. It's all about the king. So I'm telling you now, the king is going to have a brilliant trip, but there are decisions to be made. There's certain things that we don't know about, but we are going to hear about it. And here is the money offer. Opportunities. Opportunities. New opportunities. New financial opportunities. New opportunities to move forward. Two of Cups upright. The partnerships agreement. New beginnings. Oh my God. It's almost telling me this King of Swords. I don't know why it's come to me. Why is this King of Swords here? After the new beginnings. I'm not reading this as William. I'm not reading this as William. There's going to be some backstabbing. Why did this come to me? It's going to be a successful trip, but it's going to be backstabbing. And it's going to be out of balance and control. Oh, God. Okay, guys. Why did this just come up to me? And what I'm going to say, the duck is agreeing with me. Duck is agreeing. He read my mind. She read my mind. This King of Swords in reverse. And things being unbalanced. And the Chariot upright. And there's new beginnings. We're going to hear news. Look at this card. For fun and entertainment purposes only, and allegedly it's just coming to me. The cards might not be saying this for whoever else, but this is telling me that the king is there because everything is out of balance, and he's trying to restore balance because it's out of balance before the ending of his reign, to present an offer so that William can take charge when their family is broken up. I don't know what's going on with my lighting here, guys. It keeps like doing something really strange here. Let me know if you guys have noticed it, but it's almost like my one light keeps wanting to go off and on. Sorry, this has just gone very strange. I didn't ask this. I didn't ask this question, but this question has come out. Sorry, I've just gone quiet because I'm just trying to decide how I've got to put it. How I've actually got to put this out. We're going to hear some news. It's in one in two ways. One in two ways. We all know what this devil card is when I normally touch upon medical stuff. And there my lights go again. There my lights go again. The energy's off the charts here, guys. You cannot make this up. Let me finish this. What? There it goes again. Let me finish this. This is either telling me, confirming that the... Tell me if you guys saw that. The lights... Look there. I'm wrapping this up, guys. It is either telling me that it is the end of Charles or the end of Trump after this trip. And it's just set up William to take charge. Did you go? Leave a note in the comment. This light here, look there, shouldn't do that. And that's all from me, my friends. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.